Soldier of Christ reporting for duty. How's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. Today I wanted to actually talk about a story to sort of open this video up. So without further ado, let's get into it. I remember back in 8th grade, it was in language arts. I remember there was this sort of like little test that we were doing, and I don't remember if it was short answer or multiple choice or extended response or anything, but what I remember was that everyone in the class was sort of struggling with it, and it was something that all of the students found to be very tough. And I was actually one of the students that was always seen as a very good writer. Most students looked at me as one of the better writers in the class. I actually had a friend in there who was not such a good writer, language arts, and sort of along those lines, that was sort of his weakness. So he didn't do very well in the class as much as as I did, or other people at my level. So sort of going off of that, this time when we were working on that test, it wasn't, I guess it wasn't really a test, it was more of an assignment, but we would go up to the teacher and we would ask her if we did it right, or if if we did it wrong. So my friend, he actually got it done before I did, so he went up to teacher, asked her about it, and she's like, no, this is incorrect. Go back and do it until you find the answer. And then he was like, oh, okay. And, he wasn't too happy about having to go sit back down and find the answer. But then, I got done with it, and I got up to show the teacher. And, she also said, no, Darius, this is wrong. Go back and sit down and try to find the answer. Like, oh, okay. So I went back down, sat back down to try to find the answer, and my friend, he said, Darius, did you get the answer? The right answer, I mean? And then I was like, no, I unfortunately didn't get the right answer. And I could see, he kind of like ducked his head down and kind of did this, yes, Darius didn't get the right answer. And, that was really strange to me, because usually when you're friends with someone, at least back then I thought when you're friends with someone, that's something that where you want the other person to do well. Some people have enemies and people want their enemies to fail, but everyone wants their friends to do well because they're friends. At least that's the logic I had back then. But unfortunately nowadays it seems that even if you're friends with someone, of course, in modern day, people want, their enemies to do bad and their enemies to fail. But in modern day, especially due to, just how polarized everything has become, people want to see other people do bad. Especially if they're friends or family, people in families are competing, friends are competing. And, also due to something such as social media and really just all that competition, there's just a whole lot of envy, and there isn't a whole lot of, really being able to bring people up, because everyone just wants to tear each other down, because, everyone wants to be number one. Everyone wants to be number one because I guess, it really doesn't, they feel like they can't provide value if they aren't number one. So when they are seen as number one, it makes them feel good, it makes them feel valuable, it makes them feel important. There's actually a verse I'd like to get to. So if you have your Bible with you, please turn to 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 and 5. It speaks, love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. So, sort of when we have this love, we're not supposed to envy other people. when we see people doing something good and they're doing something well, or they're having success, we're supposed to sort of, be happy for them, and we're supposed to sort of bring them up. But a lot of times, there's a lot more envy around than we see. There's so much envy in this world right now that people might be able to mask it, but after a while, the envy does come out. Envy rots the bones. So even though envy might seem external, you might be able to see someone like slip up on something when they act happy for you or whatnot, or where they're really not happy for you. So it's always important to ensure that, even if you might feel that there's envy in your heart, that it's something that you can pray about. Maybe instead of envying someone, you can pray for them. Pray for them that, that they will be able to find success, and also pray for yourself in being able to, for God to perhaps help change your heart. Because when you seek the wisdom and the sort of like discipline to not have this sort of envy, it's very important because it helps you grow as a Christian. So yeah, I hope that that helps everyone, and I hope it can really shed light onto that, how much like envy there is in the world, and how even sometimes our close friends or some people that we trust might be envious of us, even though we might not believe that there's anything to be envious about. But yeah, a lot of people are just hurt, and a lot of people just are focusing on things that really in the end don't matter all that much. But everyone just wants to get ahead, it seems, at least most people. But of course, as Christians, we shouldn't be concerned about that. We should be concerned about being able to show other people Jesus, and being able to not store up treasures here, but to store up treasures in heaven. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, soldier of Christ out.